inside the floor. Turn him over again. Booker scoops it up. Booker brings the boom.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the NBA Hardwood Show here on the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel. It's Thursday, February 12th, last day before the NBA All-Star break. 3-game slate to talk about. Probably a little less chaos than last night's 13-gamer. Big T, how you doing on this Thursday afternoon?
Yeah, love the 3-gamer compared to the 13. The 13 is always a little bit overwhelming, especially in the NBA. When you get news, you get all kinds of different stuff plop in. But I'm ready. I like All-Star Weekend too. I'm one of the few that actually likes it, even though like the dunk contest sucks now. But I still like the 3. I still like the Rising Stars game. I watch it. I like all the stuff. I know I'm in the minority, but I actually enjoy watching it. So, and it's nice just to have a little break from the content. We've gone through the whole NFL season. We've obviously done the NBA too. Now you get a few days, and we do have like NASCAR tonight, which we cover at Run Pure. We got NASCAR Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Daytona week. So like, and there's a milli, I think, or close to a milli, might be 500K for Daytona on Sunday. But it's a weekend with nothing, right, DC? Like, this has to be the only weekend of the year where NASCAR is like the main sport. Like, right? There can't be another weekend where it's like this because you got no football, All-Star game, obviously, but that's more of a just watch it. You're not going crazy with it. And then NASCAR every night, no MMA even. So, like, it's literally just college basketball, so Steve can touch himself a little bit and get excited, and then NASCAR. So it'll be I'm actually looking forward to it. I like the weekends like this where you can dive into the niche sports a little bit.
Yeah, Boyden's tweets about the seventh man from, some D1 AA school. They're going to get prominence this week on Twitter. I like to remind him when he goes a little overboard. Baseball's coming, 6 weeks now officially till the start of baseball season. So excited about that. NBA All-Star break. Same thing for me every All-Star break. Big T, baseball, basketball, the two big ones. The first couple days, I'm like, excited to have a couple days off. By like day 3 or day 4, you're like, come on now. I'm getting a little bored over here. Where are the sports? When are they coming back?
We're like two of the ones that are in it every day too. Like literally every day you're doing content or watching games or a show. You're doing something. And then you get these 3 or 4 days where there's just hardly any. I'm like you, where one day always feels good. Even the second day, you're like even when you go on like vacation, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but you're still like, your mind is like too at ease. You're used to like the action and having to get stuff up on the site and all the stuff we've done for the last 12 friggin' years or however long it's been. And then all of a sudden you just sit there like, man, I don't know what to think. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, the life of a couple of gambling addicts. I mean, we've been gambling for 20 years.
And we're complaining about having like 2 days where we don't have hardly anything. We still two just DJs.
If you took us to a psychologist, I think they would come up with maybe a different definition than we would. But we're here talking NBA. You guys are here. Obviously, appreciate everybody tuning in, and just 3 games to talk about. So plenty of time to dive into whatever else. Throw questions in. We'll get those answered as we go along these 3 games. Let's jump into the first one. We do have half hour later start than normal, so 7:30 Eastern time, Milwaukee, OKC. Low total in this one, 213. The other totals sitting in the mid to high 230s. So right off the bat, not the best game environment. And then you have OKC favored by 12.5 as well. So potentially the worst type of DFS game here, a low-scoring blowout. That's when pretty much everybody busts. But 3-game slate, we're certainly not writing anything off. Obviously, Milwaukee, depleted team and potentially very depleted tonight. Kyle Kuzma, Ryan Rollins, 2 of the bigger pieces of news that we're waiting on. if those guys are out, that's two of their key pieces. So I did play some Kevin Porter Jr. yesterday. He came through again, 54 fantasy points for him. Tough matchup here for sure against OKC. But if those guys are out, I do think he'll be kind of the key offensive piece for Milwaukee. And then OKC missing SGA, Gilgeous-Alexander going to miss, Hartenstein out, backup center Brendan Carlson out, AJ Mitchell out, and Jalen Williams also out. So what is that? 4 starters for OKC missing in this game. It seems like it's every game for these guys where they're missing 3, 4, 5 guys. So we kind of have a little bit of price creep on the OKC guys, but tough fantasy game maybe to start out, but enough pieces missing on both sides that you got to at least look into it on the 3-game slate. What are you seeing here, Big T? OKC and Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, the NBA's got a lot of problems too with the tanking. I know everyone's talking about it and stuff, but it's a problem. We're not even to the All-Star break yet, and you have half the league really trying to lose, which they're going to have to do something. I don't know what the answer is, and everybody's come up with it. You can't obviously just let the best teams get like the best picks too, because that's not fair. But I don't know, like somewhere down the middle, like maybe it's instead of the lottery, like if you're the 10th best team, you get the first pick or something. I don't know what it is. Or if you lose in like the play-in game, you get some of the top, something to where the middle ground gets rewarded more than the top and more than the bottom. Because, I mean, you can't just keep doing what you're doing where half the league is tanking. And this year's a loaded draft class on top of it. So it's going to be even more ridiculous as it gets. They might start calling me and you and Mangone. Get us 3 out there and running for some of these
teams. You can't have.
You
got the play-in tournament, and you've still got teams thinking it's better in their better interest to fall out of the playoffs and into the lottery. If that's imagine an NFL team on the verge of a playoff.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
So you know soccer more than me. I don't know soccer. Is this an option like where you get relegated? Like they'll never do it because of money, but like that would at least help to where, okay, you're going to be dead last. Well, you're not in the NBA next year.
The problem is the soccer leagues were formed the opposite way. All these little towns had clubs, and then the league formed up to the top, to the Premier League, where, you've got 100 some teams trying to get in there. Whereas it's the NBA formed the top down, right? The league formed first, and there's no feeder club. So the relegation thing. But regardless, they're going to fix something soon. I think with the lottery, with tanking, they kind of have to. I think the public outcry is too much. I think in the next couple of years, we'll see some big changes.
And it's just not good for the game. Like, just play your guys and try to win. Whatever you have to do to incentivize every team to just play. Obviously, if you're injured, it's different. But you can't like Utah and these teams that are just sitting guys that are fully capable. It's just egregious. And Milwaukee's one of those teams. I know the last week when we did the show on whatever day it was, Thursday or Friday, we liked the Milwaukee. KPJ crushed. Rollins stunk. I mean, this is a brutal matchup. These plays look tough, but if there's guys out, like you said, which there could definitely be going into the All-Star break, it's 3-game slate. You're going to have to play some ugly plays on this slate, just looking at it. I mean, Cam Thomas, when they're trying to like get a look at him, Andy could be in a boosted role. I don't worry about him as much in tough matchups either because he thinks he's the best dude in the NBA. So like he just goes out and just freaking chucks whether he makes it or not.
Yeah.
So I could see playing him, KPJ. Man, I really don't want to go here, but with it only being 3 games, and there could if everyone's in, like if Rollins is in, who else is questionable? Did you say Kuzma? If these guys are in, I probably won't play anything from here. Maybe Cam Thomas. But I don't like to pick on OKC either. Like OKC's they're just solid. I don't love it. And then you look at the OKC side going into the All-Star break. I mean, what do we want to do with this? I mean, Jalen Williams with those guys out, Jalen with the Y, he's got to be a near lock for me going against Milwaukee, who plays no defense. He's got a nice big projection. Aaron Wiggins is another starter that I'll have a hard time not playing. 5,400. I think he has a solid game. I always want to play Kenrich and Isaiah Joe in these like blowout spots too. I feel like they get a lot of blowout run,
I feel like
shorthanded run.
Isaiah Joe never gets there for me when I try to play him in these spots, but
It does feel like that. I do feel the same way. And when you don't, sometimes they'll pop for like a random 40 and it's annoying. But the rest of these guys, I'm not playing Chad. I'm not playing Dort. I'm not playing Wallace, Caruso. What about like Jared McCain on a 3-game slate? I know they just got him. He's kind of dusty. He looked good last year, but isn't this a game that you could maybe get a little boost from a Jared McCain at a 3,500 price point in a blowout spot?
it could happen. I do think playing the blowout script in this game on any one individual team is interesting. McCain would make sense for those types of teams. And I like your Cam Thomas call, right? Coming off the bench, might be blowout proof, get a chuck when he's out there. They need the scoring, especially if Kuzma misses. So I like the Thomas call. KPJ, I mean, if you play him, I think you want a couple OKC starters with him, right? Because the minutes are correlated. And I do have more interest in Chet than you. We'll see if he starts at center, if he does.
Oh, God, you like Chet? Oh.
What's wrong with Chet?
God, it's probably partly projection. I have a block on when a dude's 8,600 and he's not even projected for 40 like it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you hop on the Chet wheel.
I do like him a better on FanDuel. He's like a 1K cheaper over there, but I'm okay with
if he's in the 7Ks and you get the 3 for a block on FanDuel, I will definitely be more interested in him.
Yeah.
If it stays close, though, I agree with your point, though. Like, if it stays close and you play KPJ or in a 3-game slate, like we always say, you can stack the game up. So, like, just say you stack it up and it does stay close. I mean, you're gonna win. You're gonna win the money tonight because you got other teams on this slate like Utah that you're not gonna get a read on. Like, you're not gonna want to play pieces. So you have to pick, right? There's only 6 teams to even choose. So there's nothing wrong on this slate of stacking a game, whether it's this game or any of the 3 games. This game, if it stays close, I mean, you're going to crush. You're going to crush by playing these guys, these main guys. There's basically no way you're not winning money if it stays close.
Yeah, 100%. And honestly, none of the games are super close spreads. Lakers favored by 6.5, the closest one. So you could easily see, one close game of the 3. And if the slate does go down that way and you stack the close game, you're going to be in a really good spot. So I think, especially on shorter slates, that's a strategy worth considering. Anything else here? Big T, Milwaukee, OKC before we move on?
No, I think that's it.
All right, let's go to Portland and Utah. This one at 9 Eastern time. So hour and a half later, we should be into the fourth quarter with Milwaukee, OKC. By the time we get to the second game, Portland and Utah, highest total of the slate here, sitting at 238. Portland favored by 7.5. Blazers will get back. Looks like Henderson gonna be available to play. He's played 3 games, 21, 20, 19 minutes. So I think it's safe to assume he'll be around 20 minutes. Big news here is Denny Avdia questionable to play. Obviously, if he's out, big bump to not only guys like Scoot Henderson, Drew Holiday would get a big bump. He's been playing pretty well for the Blazers. Actually having a good season overall. Missed a bunch of time with injury, but he's been good when he was in there. They're still without Chris Murray, Shaedon Sharpe, and Thibault. And then Utah, they're doing the most egregious tank job right now overall. Still going to be without Keontae George, Lauri Markkanen going to sit this game out. Jaren Jackson, they just announced he's out for the season with some felt like pretty bullshit knee procedure that they had to do. And then Nurkic, questionable to play. For those maybe who haven't played NBA DFS in a while, he's been like active, but then not starting. And then he usually just gets the DNP CD where he doesn't even appear in the game. So we'll see with Nurkic. I would assume probably not going to play in this game. I think we'll see Filipowski, maybe Kevin Love out there. But obviously a lot depends on Denny Avdia here, Big T, who I do really like if he plays. But if he doesn't, opens up things for Portland for sure. Utah and Portland, what do you see here?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the game that is just by far the ugliest to me, but probably for everybody. I mean, I just don't see how you could play Utah guys at this point. So many different nights, guys are popular. And how many times do we have to learn the lesson that what these guys are doing? It's just painful. And naturally on 3-game slates, I want to fade at least a team, if not a game. And this just has to be it for me. I'm trying to make a case for guys. I mean, Ace Bailey has looked pretty good to me, but he's 6K now. Do I really want to play Ace? Is 6K for Ace? Vince Williams is pretty cheap. He's grades out decent. Sensabaugh is like maybe the highest owned projected on the team, but he doesn't even for sure. You have no idea what they're going to do with them. Collier's a beast, but same thing. How are you going to pay $7,900 for a Utah guy? I did it the other night on Collier, and I felt good about it. And then he played like no minutes, and he stunk, and it was just frustrating. I don't want to play Utah guys. Obviously, if you're playing 150 teams, you're gonna do it. Jake says I can play Collier if he plays 48 minutes. Yeah, I can too. Like if you think he's gonna play that many, then play him. I don't know. Like Kevin Love's getting run. They're doing whatever they want, and I just don't see it. They got a ton of bodies too. What 2, 4, 6, 8? I mean, double-digit bodies. I just don't see it. And then Portland, we're just gonna have to monitor it. If Denny's out, I think there's good plays. If Denny's in, though, I really don't see how you can play anyone. So it's a natural fade game for me. You're going to have to talk me into someone rather than out of someone. Put it that way. Like I'm perfectly fine playing the other 2 games, the Lakers and the OKC games. I'm totally fine fading this game.
Yeah. I don't see any must plays from Utah or really Portland either. Outside of if Denny misses, I really like Drew Holiday. I like Holiday in general overall. Just backcourt against Utah. I mean, everybody against Utah, but backcourt against Utah has absolutely smashed. Obviously, like him more if Avdia misses. I'm still okay with Collier. He played those back-to-back 48 minutes games, crushed them both. Since then, 32, 34, 27.
The 27 the other day scarred me.
It did a blowout. Yeah.
I know, but it's 27 minutes coming off the 48. It's like, oh. Yeah.
And they can just pull the plug anytime, right? I know they're shorthanded, but like we've seen it with them. So it's hard to trust.
Whether they're winning or they're losing too. Like you just
the frustrating thing is when you lose the minutes when your player's playing well, right? And
it's so frustrating. Like I don't understand teams like Utah too, because they have enough good players to not tank. Like I'm not saying they're going to win a title. They're in the West. But they have enough pieces to like try to develop these guys. I just hate it. I freaking hate it. I hate Utah more than any team right now.
Lauri Markkanen has been on the tanking team like every year of his career. I think I heard a stat that he's missed like 300 games due to his team's tanking, which it's kind of a shame, right? I don't know. You just don't know what he's got and the problem with guys like that too, eventually he'll get traded. He won't even be there when Utah gets other pieces. And then, like, the other team, you won't know. He won't be ready because he hasn't played in years in those competitive spots night after night. You have to build up that tolerance, at least in my opinion, you have to. Yeah. Yeah, in and out of the lineup. Not good for Markkanen. I mean, the Jazz, they're going to be shorthanded here. You just don't trust the minutes, right, to go to any one guy.
And some of the prices are just tough too. Like I like how Nurkic has looked. He's looked good to me. It's just, I mean, 6,800. If you guaranteed me they'd actually play these guys, I think they could be some of the better plays on the slate. But I just don't see why they would. I mean, Kevin Love. This is the last game before the break too. Like they're not going to push these guys.
I don't see it either. It's just only 3 games, so it's, you don't want to write off anything entirely.
Don't start with this. Like 56%. Okay. What happens when he scores 85 and you don't have him? Like you could say it every night. I literally don't get it. Like, okay, he wasn't optimal. Okay. I don't understand. Walk back what? Jokic is the type of guy I think you just play or you don't play. Like, it's fine. Some nights he won't be optimal with 63. I never said he'd be optimal if he was 63. I said if he was 80 something, he'd be optimal. Like 63 is like his neutral point. Like that's his projection.
I don't know if the people complaining about Joker in your core is too often, if they're going to win that battle.
I don't, what do you want? So am I not, I guess what I'm saying is I don't know what they want. Like, so I should never play him, just never play Yoke. I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to
When
happen.
do you play him, I guess, is the point. Oh, Cool Breeze, when do you play him? Answer that part. When do you play him?
There were a lot of good center options last night. I'll say that. But, yeah, Jokic.
And it never looks good when he doesn't, like, play great. Like, he still had 63 and he didn't play good. So, like, yeah. It's not going to look good. But how good does it look when he gets 90? It looks very good. So, Topic, this guy, I actually bought this dude. This guy's good, Topic. So, like, I don't think he plays much. Is he done, like, a 3-game slate? You got to dig a little deep. Like, what's the most minutes he's played? None. He hasn't played any?
No.
He hasn't played all year?
I'm not playing Topic. Not with McCain there, too.
He's projected tonight, though.
Yeah.
What's he projected on Saber?
Let's go check.
Just
5.3.
He's like really talented to where I don't think, like, obviously he's like as risky as you could possibly be, but in like the $15 where you're trying to win first place, he's really talented. I'll just say that. Like he's really good. So I don't hate it in like the total lotto.
Where do you know him from? College?
No, I don't think he even went to college here. I think he's Serbian. Like everyone was talking up his talent because he was OKC picked him and they like didn't even need him to come over right away. So he played like another season overseas and stuff. But they were talking him up, and OKC just always hits on these talent guys. They just always do, it feels like. So I feel like he's like this dude says he's been in the G League. What's his G League stats look like? Because honestly, I haven't like followed him at all. Do you know how to look up the G League?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Let's see what, because I honestly don't. I don't know how to look that stuff up.
Yeah, I don't see him here. So
I don't remember like him. Let me see.
Yeah, unless I miss it. Usually the G League stats just pop up with the easy Google search, so I'm missing it somehow. But if we get those stats on Nikola Topic, yeah, I mean, 3-game slate is the slate to do it, right? For a player like
and
this.
It's a blowout too. What happens when they just blow him out and he gets like 20-something minutes at 3K?
Yeah, crazier things to do.
I don't see any stats from anywhere.
No, me neither. Maybe someone has a link, but I don't see the G League stats from Nikola Topic. Let's get to the last game on the slate. We'll go back over questions, anti-play of the day, play of the day, all that good stuff. First, let's talk about Dallas and the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers favored by 6 here, 235 total. Biggest news on the slate, Dallas going to be without Cooper Flagg. Ryan Nembhard also doubtful in this game, and then Caleb Martin, Najee Marshall are questionable. For the Lakers, going to be without Luka, but does look like Smart, Reeves, LeBron, and maybe DeAndre Ayton will be back in there. Those guys all sat, I believe, in the last game. First guy that pops up for me here, Big T, is Brandon Williams, who I think gets the start for Cooper Flagg at point guard. Also, Nembhard out should help his minutes. I think he's, I wouldn't say a must play, but really good play in my eyes. Pulling up that game here on Saber. So really into him. I think LeBron is interesting with Luka out. And then maybe DeAndre Ayton, although never comfortable with him.
Ayton's out.
Oh, is he? He's out too?
Yeah.
Okay. So
it probably got updated since or whatever.
Yeah, I see that now. Yep. So DeAndre Ayton out. So Lakers shorthanded in the front court as well. Should be high scoring. What do you see here, Big T?
Yeah, I mean, you have plays that I'm just going to have to play on this slate. LeBron's one of them. Going into the All-Star break, I mean, he's only 8,800. I really don't see a path where I'm not playing LeBron on this slate. And I don't play LeBron much, but this has to be a LeBron slate. So they're talking about Topic in there too. So played in the G League, 7-7-1, recovering from an ACL and cancer died. He's a cancer. He's got good mojo, trying to recover from cancer. Austin Reeves, too. I think you can play. Jackson Hayes with 8 and out is only 4K. I never really liked playing Jackson Hayes, but if you're ever going to against a team like Dallas with those rim runs, I think you can have some good success versus them. Not really going to play Marcus Smart, Rui, Vanderbilt. Really not going to play any of those other guys, but I think LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Jackson Hayes are all super playable. And the Dallas side, Najee Marshall got the bump, I think, to where he's going to play. I have to like him. He's got to be my favorite. Whenever they've been shorthanded, I feel like he crushes. Like whenever he needs to do more than he's capable. So I like Najee a lot. I like your boy Brandon Williams a lot. I think Bagley is somewhat sneaky in this spot coming off the bench against a Lakers team that doesn't have any size. Yeah. I don't really want to go there, but on a 3-game slate, I feel like he's really sneaky. So
he played 24 minutes in back-to-back games. I think he's getting his minutes.
Which solid right there because whenever he gets minutes, he's pretty good fantasy-wise. He's not a good real-life player. Obviously, he's been traded 19 times in the 6 years he's been in the league, but he puts up numbers here and there. So, I mean, I like this game. This game, to me, is the best game just as far as everything considered. I don't feel like the Lakers are, like, that good of a team to just blow them fully out. I think Dallas can hang around with these guys going into the break. And if I had to pick a game of the 3, this would be it for sure. I like a lot of the pieces we talked about in the early game, but I guess the main question for me is, can we play LeBron and Austin Reeves together? It is kind of the question I have for myself and for you.
So he hasn't played more than 30 minutes yet, Reeves, but he has gone 21, 25, 24, 29, and then a couple days off after that last game and the week off with the All-Star break, right? So would make sense for them to extend Reeves a little bit, maybe. So, yeah, I think you could play LeBron and Reeves together. Jackson Hayes, man, I just don't know if I can do it. Like,
it's a tough click. It's a 3-gamer, though. You can't forget that it's a 3-gamer.
I think I'd rather play Bagley. I know he's 500 more.
Yeah.
But,
I don't blame you. Bagley's definitely got more upside. I'll say that. I think Jackson Hayes is probably safer, but Bagley for sure has more. Like, I don't think Jackson Hayes really ever goes crazy because he's got no offensive game. It's all just runs, try to get a dunk, get some boards, get a block. Like, yeah, I mean, I totally agree.
Yeah, Bagley, a good point per minute guy, and it seems like the minutes are going to be somewhat consistent with Dallas. So I like the call on Bagley. 4,500, LeBron, Luka. Sounds like you're out on the Lakers value. Hachimura, Smart. I don't really like those guys much.
I don't think they're like it goes to the same question when we always. If you're playing 150, obviously you're going to sprinkle some of these guys. But if you're playing more like us, couple teams, I'm really not getting there. I mean, they're more filler plays than anything, which I don't. I'd rather take chances on the OKC guys than the Lakers guys. I don't think they're horrible, though. I mean, they're fine. If you want to click them, click them.
Yeah. What's up, Big Ed? Appreciate you watching. Yeah, that's all 3 games. Obviously, we'll be in Discord along with the other coordinators answering questions. For members, like button if you haven't hit it yet. We do appreciate that. Helps us bring you these shows each and every day. Let's do anti-play of the day, Big T. Best part of the show. I've got it sorted by ownership here. So yeah, LeBron, 65% on LeBron. Looks like people riding with the field with you in there. You see anyone here?
My anti is definitely not going to be LeBron because I don't really see a way to fade LeBron. I like all this. I could see doing Kevin Porter Jr. If that game blows out, I don't think he gets there. But like we said, he could, if it stays close, I think he crushes. So it's almost like a showdown slate. You gotta kind of go with what you think. And I mean, I feel like I'm cheating a little bit by saying Ace Bailey, but I want to fade Utah. So for my anti, I'll say Ace Bailey, but I'll take it further and say all of Utah is my anti.
It's a big fade on a 3-game slate. All of
Fading,
Utah.
what is that? What's 1/6? What is that? About 17%? What is that? You're the
Yeah,
math guy.
I think 16.7% off the top of
There
my
we
head.
go. 16.7% of the slate faded.
Could be completely wrong.
I'm curious now. I got to look it up.
I'm sure Chad will let me know. My anti-play of the day, I'll go with Isaiah Joe. Mentioned he lets me down a lot. I think OKC's got enough guys. Just doesn't seem to do much on a permanent basis. So I'll go Isaiah Joe as my anti-play of the day. Let's do play of the day. No Joker today for you to mislead the people on Big T. So our guy, can't remember his name now, but he's in luck. You're going to pick someone else other than
Cool Breeze right here. I think that was him. Maybe not.
Yeah, Cool Breeze. There it is.
Fade KPJ. Do you take? I think Cam Thomas is a pretty good play either way. Just because if it stays close, it's got a decent chance to be because of him. And if it blows out, I could see them just trying to kick the tires a little bit on him. So I think he's a pretty good play either way.
Cam Thomas. I'm in on the Cam Thomas train as well, especially as
Barnheiser. Who's Tony Kornheiser? Who's Barnheiser?
He's OKC backup / scrub.
Don't
really think he's in. Yeah, he did put up 26, but I don't really think he's in play.
My favorite play. So it doesn't matter ownership. Or do I got to give? I'll give a high owned and a low owned just because it's a 3-gamer. The guy that I don't think, well, besides LeBron, I have to play Jalen Williams with a Y. He's power forward and center eligible. I think he's just like a slam dunk lock play against Milwaukee. I don't see how I'm not playing him. So he's my high owned guy. My low owned guy, let me sort by ownership real quick. My low owned guy, I think one of your plays is a really good play. I'm not going to take him because I think you might take him. He's pretty low. What's low owned considered anyways on a 3-game slate?
I think it's sub 20%.
Sub 20. Okay. Man, 2 of your plays you talked about, I think, are real good plays with the ownership. I want to give a good one though to go into the break. I'll say Jared McCain. I wanted to pick him or Topic down there at real low ownership. I think either McCain or Topic ends up on the winner. I wish I could just do the balls and pick Topic, but I don't know if he'll play enough. So I'm going to say Jared McCain.
I like the McCain call. I'll give 2. We'll start with Brandon Williams, who I think.
Are you going to pick both that I thought you were going to pick?
Brandon Williams got to be one, right?
I think you're going to pick both guys. I should have wrote it. I'm going to write down. Well, you already said one, but I'm not. I'm pretty sure you're going to pick both guys that I think you're going to pick.
Yeah. So Brandon Williams should get the start at point guard for Dallas. Good matchup, obviously, against the Lakers, and has shown upside. So really like him at 4,800. I kind of stole this one from you, but I like Marvin Bagley a lot. That's
the 2. I knew you were going to pick those 2. I knew it.
I like it. Good minutes for Dallas. Gets that soft interior Lakers defense. Good fantasy point producer when he gets a chance, and I think he'll have the chance tonight. So Marvin Bagley, Brandon Williams, the 2 guys.
What's this guy doing? Fast Eddie? Not the balls to pick Topics? Did you used to do shows with Fast Eddie?
A long time ago. Yeah, 6-7 years ago. Yeah.
One of my first shows, he might not even remember this, but one of my first shows I ever did was with him, and there was like internet issues. And it was literally when I first started at the other company, and his internet went down, and I had to go like 15 or 20 minutes by myself early on. This was not after doing shows for 10 years. I was so nervous. I wonder if he remembers that. You remember that, Eddie?
I did early Rotor Grinder shows with him too, which is did you see? I assume you saw Dan Bach leaving RG. I know he was instrumental in getting both of our starts. So shout out to Dan. Shout out to Fast Eddie Fear. A little bit of a throwback there, obviously. But yeah, good stuff. Good to see Eddie in the chat. Anything else, Big T? Otherwise, I'm a little under the weather. Might get out of here a little early today.
Like I said, check out our NASCAR stuff over at Run Pure because it's the one weekend of the year where you got, I think it's 150K tonight. I want to double check real quick. On a Thursday night, you got, or no, it might not have been 150. Let me see.
Got golf, right? Golf showdown, big
golf showdown too, and big contests going. I can't find the contest. Let me see. But you got huge contests every single night. So it was 50K, but $10, 50K. The next two events tonight, and then you got Daytona on Sunday, which is 500K to first. Is there any free NASCAR content? We'll probably do a show for free, but all the premium stuff won't be free, unfortunately. But we got promo codes. If you want to check us out, slide into my DMs. I'll give you a promo code, and it's going to be a fun weekend of niche sports. So even the All-Star game, I think there's some pretty big. I don't know if they'll do contests with 3 teams. I hope they do, but there's always some edge, maybe in the props or different things. So check us out this weekend. Even though there's not much going on, I think we can find some edges and have some fun with some of this niche stuff.
Absolutely. For baseball fans out there, DraftKings got a big baseball, best ball, underdog, other sites as well. I'll have my full rankings out, top 300 players for both DraftKings and underdog best ball by the start of NBA coming back. So that's my big project this week. So that'll be up there for members. But yeah, the show will be back, I think, next Thursday. I think we're off a week, maybe till Friday, not quite sure. But in any case, we will be back when the NBA is. Good luck to everybody in your contest tonight. Appreciate everybody watching. For Big T, I'm DC. We're out of here.